I think I can officially say I'm coming off the bench out of my healing crisis and getting back into my game of play here. So I've got an announcement and then a bit of a story to go with the announcement. And the announcement is I have just completed for you the June 2025 into July 2025 intuitive take on the state of the nation. So I've got a 54-minute recording that covers timeline jumps, energy reads for this summer, my take on the events that I see going down, spirit team channels, pendulum checks, and that kind of different viewfinder framework that a lot of you like to pick up from me that gives you a different perspective, a different take on what we see going on both nationally and globally. Yeah, I really pulled the stops out on this one, power-packed it with a lot of different information and concepts, and I think you will walk away feeling much more informed, definitely uplifted. I do my spiritual inspiration in it, and feeling like you have a little bit better grasp of what might actually be going on in the middle of the chaos that we are living through right now. And so this June 2025 into July 2025 intuitive take on the state of the nation, you can pick that up at my link tree. I've got it linked at the top, or you can go directly into my Shopify and go through the Shopify page, or you can go through my website, www.somaticmoney.com, and go over to the video tab. If you click on the video tab, that's my Shopify shop page. And I wanted to give you a little bit of a background story to give you a little bit of context. So after I came off my bench from being benched for, a handful of weeks with that healing crisis, Spirit Team was like, we need you to book a live. We need you to book a live. So I booked the live. I booked the live for the end of the day on Sunday, June 22nd, which I already did. And the closer I got to this live, the more I started having a funny feeling about it. Having a funny feeling. I'm like, oh God, here we go again. And what ended up happening is this thing that I know is that when Spirit Team sits down and gives me a channel, and then I start going through it with my own information, and I can see all the complex dots and how they connect, there is no way I can do that as a public live event. It's just like, it's kind of out of the question. And so the closer I got to Sunday, the more I realized I was like, oh my God, I'm going to be like channeling in the morning with Spirit to get the most up-to-date information. Then I'm going to be recording at least an hour plus long video. And then I'm going to turn around and do a live on TikTok about whatever random thing. And when I started putting this all together, I kind of freaked out a little bit. I was like, that's a lot to do in a day. But leave it to Spirit World. They scheduled me on the exact perfect day because I was like, ding, I was awake at 5:30 and I was beginning to tune in by 6 o'clock and I was channeling. Yes, people, I was channeling by 7 o'clock in the morning. I was full on solid channel from 7 to 8 o'clock in the morning, just, scurry writing. And it's about 5 or 6 pages is what I went through. So I took down the channel and then a little bit later on in the day, I clocked out that video, which you can pick up in the recording now. And then I turned around and at 4 o'clock West Coast time, I got on TikTok and there was a lovely group of us that got together. It was so great to get together and alive with all of you. That was wonderful. We got to do it again very soon, either on Zoom or this time over on YouTube. But anyway, we got together in this live and there was some really great information that came up. So I took the recording. I've got the recording. I'm going to edit that as well and turn that into one of my intuitive basics because we did some really great groundwork intuitive basics in that recording as well that I'm sure a lot of you would like to have. So that is next on my docket to get that produced and back out to you. And yes, I'm picking up the congressional pendulum checking. I need to get that done at least before the middle of summer so that we have all of that information. So I've got things stacked up and lined up to get back to you. So anticipate that I'm going to have a wave of digital information products because I kind of have a backlog because I was sitting on the bench and all of this stuff was percolating and it's time to get it out to you guys. All right, so that's what I've got for you for now. Make sure you pick up the intuitive take on the state of the nation for this month and keep walking forward to meet those miracles along the way. And I will see you in my next video.